3 days before her husband took his own life, his wife noticed something was wrong with him. He looked unbelievably exhausted. To better understand what he was going through, she placed a recorder inside his briefcase, but she never expected that once he walked out the door again, he would never return to this world. From the recording, Xiaoye learned that her husband was overwhelmed by heavy work, and burdened even more by indifferent co-workers and an exploitative boss. In the end he chose to end his life, yet the company treated his death as nothing more than a small unrelated news item. Everyone who added pressure to his suffering was responsible for what happened to him, so she stepped onto a path of revenge. She cut her long hair, and anonymously entered her husband's company. There she saw all kinds of people. One type was people like her husband who were too kind at work, unable to say no, constantly helping co-workers with their small tasks, becoming convenient tools in others' eyes. Ban Xiao was the representative of this group. Another type always tried to avoid responsibility. They pushed their own work onto those who were too kind to refuse, and secretly went out on dates instead. There was also the rich kid type who relied on family wealth, treating the company like an internet cafe, even using company funds for game credits, leaving all his work for others to handle. After dealing with her husband's boss, Xiaoye was deciding her next target. Unexpectedly, the rich kid walked right into trouble himself. That day he played games in the office all afternoon, and left work early as usual, but he happened to argue with Ban Xiao over unfinished work. As he was leaving, he said if Suzuki were still alive, my work would have been done by now. Xiaoye heard this and her expression turned cold. It seemed her husband had been mistreated by him many times before. She immediately called her husband's younger brother Xiaoyang, and began the second stage of revenge. The next day all employees received a pop-up message. It contained records of the rich kid misusing company funds. Everyone stared at him with wide eyes. He immediately threw his computer aside and ran out, but he had no idea Xiaoyan was already waiting by the door. Pretending to be his online gaming friend, he lured the rich kid into an abandoned warehouse. Inside there was only a single computer. You love gaming, right? Then enjoy your game here. Too bad you cannot connect to the internet. He then shut the warehouse door.